On Chevy small blocks, your distributor will be back of the engine. Now my coil is under this cap, but you can have an external coil that's not under the cap, but still the same basic principles work. You just want to make sure you go around in the order that each cylinder is lined up with the order. Your car should start basically trouble-free, and that is the best way to set your timing. Bare bones it. And for your advance, I would suggest looking that up for your car individually. What people suggest. It greatly varies on your cam and your engine. Mine is only at a 14 advance on a 327, but I have the vacuum advance in it as well. But around the cap, it's 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2, back to 1, and you can do it. 1 can start anywhere. Your cylinders are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that's probably the most important part. Remember, when number 1's up, wherever this is at, that's where you want your number 1 tower. Mark down here, put your cap on, one of these should line up with it. If not, you got a little wiggle room. Worst case scenario, you gotta take your clamp off that holds this down, pull this whole thing out, keep turning this gear a little bit down here, keep dropping it down until it lines up, and hopefully you can get this to line up with a tower. As long as you can get this engaged down in there, clamp on, holding it tight, and line this rotor up with a tower and your number 1 cylinder is on number 1, and make that your number 1. Run your wire to your number 1 cylinder, and so on and so forth. Your timing should be set. I've seen videos talking about move this 1 or 2 teeth over, and then you want to turn it 4 degrees back, and you need some compression tool, or you have to have a timing light to set your basic timing. I own a timing light. I've never used a timing light to set the initial timing in my life. This is the most important tool I have. This is wire I stick down in there when I hit top dead center. On a compression stroke off the piston, I know both valves are closed. I look at this tab. Where's this tab at? Mark it. Put the cap back on. Alright, it's right under here. 1, and then so forth around. And I know my timing's set. I use my timing light for advancing occasionally, but for the most part, there's no real special tools needed in the Chevy small block. I mean, it's pretty easy. Just like I said, and I've seen it overcomplicated so many times. Hopefully this helps you. I repeated a lot. Just want to make sure I got the info in there. And again, it's your most important information you need, because if one of those is off, always double check, triple check your wires. Check them 5 times if that's what it takes. Make sure they're going in the right spot. So this is the front of the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back of the engine where your distributor is. And around your distributor, 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2. 1 can be anywhere you want to start it. Just make sure your 1 wire goes to your 1 cylinder. This tab on your rotor is pointing to a tower, which is number 1, and you should be set. Thanks for viewing.